Welcome guys, welcome. How is everyone doing? Guys? How has your weekend been so far? How is everyone doing? Isaac, hello Isaac, what's up? Marshmallow, good morning, how are you? How is everyone, guys? Yeah, good, nice. How's my health? I'm better today, guys. Thanks for asking. I'm better today. I'm doing much better. It's been a while. I mean, was it Thursday? I haven't been live from Thursday. It felt like a long time. Yeah, Benjaminically great. Nice. Anyway, guys, let's share the live. I'm sharing the live to the community. Let's do well to share it too. Let's share the live, guys. Hi, I hope you remain strong. Don't be sick. Don't worry. I won't be sick. I'm strong as a fiddle. But anyway, guys, let's do well to share the live stream. I'm sharing the link shortly to the community. I'm sharing the live to the community now. Guys, help me share the live also. Let's share the live. Bashir, good morning. Richie, I see you. Good morning. How are you, Richie? Richmond, how are you? Ishak, good morning. T-Square, morning. I see you guys. I see everyone. Yeah, it's been a while. I was just saying that it's been a while. I think for like 4 days. Yeah, it's been like 4 days since I came live, right? If I'm not mistaken, either 3 or 4 days. It's been a while, but yeah, finally we are back, guys. We are back. We'll begin with today's analysis shortly. But before we begin, I just shared the live to the community. Let's do well to also share it. So we can begin in about maybe 3 minutes, 3-minute time. Let's just give some room to share the live. Let's give some room to share the live, guys. Why is it echoey? Is it echoing? Let me know, okay? Because last week I had a similar thing. Is it echoing? Those on TikTok, is it echoing? Whoa, what could be the issue? Let me see. Is this better? Is it still echoing, guys? Is it still echoing? Again? Someone said no. Someone said yes. It's still echoing. Then you know what? I might just use my Mac microphone today, because I had that issue from last week. I don't know. Is it better now, guys? Is it still echoing? Like now, check for me. Is it still echoing now? Oh, then I know the reason. So I had my MacBook microphone turned on and my microphone also turned on. So okay. Something you learned. I had 2 microphones turned on. Nice. If it's not echoing, that is fine. Okay. Now, guys, good morning. Back to another week. Back to see what market has for us, and hopefully we make some Benjamins this week. If it's your first time here, my name is Abba. I'm a full-time trader. I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids, and I come live every Monday to analyze live with everyone. So if you want to know how I get my zones, how I analyze the charts, how I come up with the zones that give very good entries, then join me every Monday, okay? on YouTube and on TikTok. So currently I'm live on YouTube and I'm also live on TikTok. You can head over to YouTube if you want to watch in landscape. And you can head over to TikTok if, it's also convenient for you. So we'll just begin shortly. But before I start, guys, where are you watching me from? Let me know in the comments. Where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from, guys? Where are you watching me from? Let me know in the comments. Namibia, Nigeria, Dubai, Koforidua, Kenya, Botswana, Cameroon, Istanbul, Cameroon again. Interesting. Kaswa, Ghana, Jamaica. Interesting. That's awesome, guys. Okay, so I'm currently in Accra, Ghana. Good to have everyone here. Someone said all the way from Cameroon, England, Pakistan, Dubai, South Africa. Nice. Someone said special eyes. Block Frenzy, I see you. East Nigeria, South Africa, St. Lucia. Nice, guys. Awesome. So today, let's not waste much time because I want us to be doing this for 1 hour, okay? 1 hour. We don't have to extend it over. Okay, let me just share my screen. Then we'll just begin. Now today I'm going to start analyzing EURUSD, okay? And gold will be maybe the 4th or the 5th pair. So just stay on if you want to get my gold analysis. Just don't leave. Now YouTube, let me know if you can see my screen on YouTube. My chart. Can you see my charts on YouTube? Can you see my chart, guys? YouTube, let me know if you can see my chart. Let me know if my chart is clear. Because I don't want to start analyzing and, my chart is not clear on YouTube. You can. Awesome. Okay. So let's start with EURUSD. Let's see how last week went. So last week, I think we had some zones on EURUSD, if I'm not mistaken. This EURUSD. Now, I analyzed this with the VIP, the paid VIP and the XNS VIP last week, right? We had a couple of trades from the zones. We had a possible buy here, the possible sell zone here, which we had some form of reaction in the sell zone. We had some form of reaction in the sell zone from here, and possibly price might be heading to this sell zone we marked, okay? Those in the VIP, this sell zone we marked. Now, let's check GBP/USD. Let's just check all the pairs, then we'll just start analyzing afresh. So on GU with the VIP also last week, every Monday I do this live with everyone, but then from Tuesday to Friday I do it with only the VIP, okay? So on Friday we had this zone we're looking at, this sell zone here on GBP/USD. We had a buy zone here, but then price missed the buy zone by just few pips, guys, just few pips. But now price tapped the sell zone. We have a double top form in the zone, and then hopefully we will look at what market has for us today in this zone, okay, to see maybe if we can catch some entries from there. Or maybe price just changes structure for us. I don't know. We'll analyze it definitely. Let's check on XAGUSD. So this is silver. I also have a sell zone here. Price is currently in the sell zone. We broke out of our sell zone here. And then we had a buy zone. But then over the week, I think we had some very good trades from here on silver. The one we analyzed last week. We had a very good trade from there also. And then we have gold. Gold has been messy, but yeah, this my gold chart, nothing really showing today. Let's just start analyzing afresh with EURUSD. Let me lower the volume of the music. Okay, so this is EURUSD. I'm going to be starting from the daily time frame. Now, if someone on TikTok could be updating people when they ask about which time frame, I'll be grateful, okay? Any of the moderators, I'll be very grateful. Which pair and then the time frame, okay? Just let them know for me. Now, let's start from the daily time frame on EU. Let's see what market has for us on EURUSD. Now, EURUSD over the last week, okay? Last week Monday, we had this support level here, that price, we mentioned that price was still resting in. Let me change the color of my rectangle to blue. That's better. So we had price resting in this support when price was going crazy bullish, bearish from NFP. We had price finally resting in this support, and we were able to catch a very good trade from last Monday. Last Monday, we actually caught all the buys when the USD pair started buying after NFP. We caught all the buys on gold, on silver, on BTC, on EURUSD, and on GBP/USD. and we cut EURUSD from this level here. How many of you made money from that level? Let me know in the comments. The EU buy last week from this level. How many of you made money from that? Let me see in the comments. If you did, let me know. Okay, Lukman made money. You did. Okay, Nomvuzu made money also. Nice, nice. Awesome. So we had price coming to this support level here. Now we have price pushing up. Now if you go back to watch the recording, I mentioned that once this push up starts, we might end up in this area. Let me get my tool well. Might end up in this other block that we have here, and now price is inside that other block. Okay, so that's going to be the first point of interest we are going to be looking at, and then possibly fine-tune it on the lower time frame. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what price is also doing. Now on the 4-hour, we can see that same other block. We can just fine-tune it to a very small other block, which is this. Now for the buys on EU, we can tell that we are having series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. I mean, some small higher lows here. So possibly price maybe pulls down to form another higher low, like a deeper one, before pushing up to the pushing to the upside. But we cannot conclude yet. Let's move to the 3-hour time frame and let's see what market has. On the 3-hour time frame, we can also fine tune our sell zone to this very small zone we have here. So for EU, we are still looking at this sell zone, guys. For buys on EU, let's wait for the buys on EU. I'll check on the 15 minutes to see if we can get some possible entries for buys. So for the sells on EU, again, our zone here is still intact, guys. Now maybe might remark this zone from the daily time frame, and now we are looking for possible buys for EU. I still don't have any zone for possible buys yet. Maybe this level here, but then it's not clear. It's not clear just yet. This level here, okay, it's not clear yet. We'll come back to it. Let's move on to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour zone also coincides with the zone we marked. Same level, right? So let's keep it as such. Let's move to 45 minutes. Same level. You can see the same other block also. Okay, let's move to the 30 minutes. 30 minutes also, guys. Same thing. We don't need to fine tune 30 minutes. 15. If 15 is the same level, I'll just leave it at 15 for the sales. Okay, now 15 minutes is interesting here. We can actually fine-tune the zone smaller to this other block we have in the zone. So all the way from that big daily time frame, we have fine-tuned it to a very small zone, just to make sure that we have a good stop loss and also just to manage our risk very well. Okay, or have a reasonable risk on this trade. So for the first sell zone on EU, we'll have it at this level here. This is basically like the candle that started all of this big move. That is the other block. Okay, that's the other block. The candle that's started all of this, I mean, impulsive move to the downside. And it makes sense that price has brought us back to that same candle. So we have that area as our possible sell zone. We look for a buy zone just now. And it's interesting that last week when price was heavily bearish after NFP, we managed to catch all the buys on the USD pairs. Like on every single pair we analyzed, played out to perfection. Now for buys on EU, let's see. We have this gap. Market open with this gap here. We have this gap. Let me mark it down. We have this gap that price might come back to fill. It's a very small gap, but I believe price might get some reaction from there. Okay, let me just write inside as the gap. I think I've taught you guys about how to trade gaps, right? I have a couple of times. Yes, I have. So once price gets there, price would need to fill that gap eventually. Okay, we need to fill that gap. We can't tell if that is going to happen today or tomorrow or next week, whatever. But eventually price needs to balance itself and then fill that gap that it has created. It's more like an imbalance, and markets would have to come back to fill it. Now for buys, I still don't have any area here for buys just yet. Let's move to 10 minutes. Let's see if we have possible areas below for buys. I'm moving to the 7 minutes time frame now. 7 minutes. Now we might start having an area for buys. The reason I don't want to take buys at this level precisely was we have a lot of liquidity here. We have all of these touches in the zone. Like in that area, we have one here, we have this here. So much liquidity resting at a level it will be reasonable to go for buys around that area. So now below this liquidity, we have a zone below on the 7 minutes that we can look out for. So let me just have this area as liquidity. Guys, let's do what to share the live. Those on TikTok, let's share the live and let's double tap, okay? The views and the likes are too low. Let's double tap and share the live. Now we have our liquidity here. Let's move to the 10 minutes. Let's see if we can have possible entries from below. Yes. So from the 10-minute time frame, we have a very small zone here. Let me zoom in so you can see it well. This area hasn't been mitigated. This small order block here, which is not small actually, but we are going to fine tune it. It's not a small zone. I'm going to extend it. Okay, let's delete this also. So we can tell that just below the liquidity, we have a zone resting just below the liquidity. Let's go to 7 minutes to see if we can fine tune that zone. Now that zone even brings us to a lower zone. Just look at this zone. From the 10 minutes, we have an order block that actually starts from this level here. So instead of focusing on that area at the up or above the liquidity zone, we have it slightly lower the liquidity area. So this area will be good for buys for me because we have liquidity here. We have this order block below. Very good trade, guys. Very good trade on EU. Very good trade. Let me check the 1 hour again. Now on the 1 hour, well, it looks good. Yes, so we basically have our possible sell zone here. Price might end up filling this gap. Now there are two things that could happen with this gap. When price fills it, we might have price probably buying to the upside, or we might have price breaking it. But some way, somehow, the gap will be filled. This gap will be filled, okay? And if it's filled, we might have some bullish retracement, or maybe if price wants to end up dumping to the downside, we might end up coming into this zone. But we'll have some form of bullish reaction after price fills that gap. So overall, this is the zone I'm going to be looking at. So we have this gap down, but let's use this order block for entry, okay? Just around the gap. It's just around the gap also. So we'll just focus on the order block for entry instead of trading inside the gap. I don't trade inside the gap. I trade at the tip of the gap. Once the gap is filled, that is when you go in for your trade, okay? You don't go in for the trade when price has entered the gap. It needs to fill it fully before you go in. So we have the gap here, which might have some retracement from. So let's just have possible buy zone here, or possible scalp buy, because that gap will definitely give some reaction. So here's more like scalping, and then the possible buy zone that I'm looking at is the one resting below the liquidity, right? So we have possible buy zone here. Now for possible sells, we have it above here. So for EU, this is the setup I have for today, okay? For today, this is what I'll be looking at on EU. And I think it makes sense. Let's check the 3 minutes just to confirm the buy zone again. 3 minutes also, you can see it. We have another block also. Same thing, like the 7 minutes makes sense. Let's check 2 minutes. 2 minute time frame, even perfect, guys. 2 minutes is very perfect. Let's check the 1 minute. Let's exhaust all time frames before we conclude on the buys. So 1 minute is also okay for me. 1 minute, the other block is also inside this zone here. So that zone, that buy zone is perfect for me, guys. It's a very good zone for me. Bear in mind here is a possible scalp buy, okay? Not possible scalp retracement buy. Let me add that. Retracement buy. So that is it for EU, guys. That is it for EU. Is it clear, guys? I mean, how are we able to get this sell zone from the daily time frame? This is more like the gap zone that we're trading from the other block, and then this is the liquidity that resting below the other block for our buys. Is it okay, guys? Do you understand? Do you understand the setup? So that when you're taking it, at least you have clarity. Do you understand? Let me check on YouTube. Do you understand, guys? Okay. Let me check on YouTube. Very clear. Awesome. I'm glad. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Understood. Great, 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 great. Okay, let's move on to GBP/USD. Let's move on to GU. Now for GU, as I mentioned when we started, I've had this sell zone for most parts of last week, actually. For my people, my VIP members, we've had this sell zone on GBP/USD from last week. Now GU, we have a similar structure to the EURUSD structure, but then let's just start afresh, guys. Let's start afresh. This is basically one of our zone-to-zone trades. So we had a buy entry here in the VIP. Price played from there, failed to tap this actual buy zone we had, but it tapped a zone we had drawn back into our sell zone, and price is really giving some good moves from there. But let's remove everything, guys. Let's remove drawings, then let's start analyzing afresh. So daily time frame, guys. Let's start. Now, same for GU. We had price also resting in this support from last week Monday's analysis. We had price resting from this support. And then since we've had a big push up from that area, now bear in mind GU is also resting in this other block. Let me cut it off so that you see it well. Before all the push up, there was this other block that price was also trying to get to, just like we had on EU, right? So this other block is what price has been trying to get to. So let's just play ahead. Let's see what market has done since. So price tapped the other block, still inside the other block as at now, okay? So it means we are expecting some possible sales from GU. And also the zone I sent to the VIP, where the one I showed earlier, price is also reacting from there, which is inside this same zone. So I'm going to be looking for sales on GU today. Because we are still in the other block, there's not really been a change in it. Let's go to the 4-hour. 4-hour now, things look interesting on the 4-hour time frame. My bias might start changing just because of the 4-hour structure, because of these two candles, these three candles, the closure, and then this bullish candle closure inside the zone. That might be of concern. Now. But let's check 3-hour time frame. 3-hour, we have a similar structure also. So 3-hour, the other block actually starts from here. We can take it to this body, the other candle's body, just to make the zone smaller. Let's check 2-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, other block is still okay, guys. But what I'm trying to figure out is the candle closure. This zone is still a good zone. I think we marked this zone even last week. It was basically using this level here. Okay, we had this resistance point here, which caused this massive drop to the downside. Okay, price dropped. Now price might end up coming back into that resistance. I think that's how we analyzed it last week. Price might end up coming back into this resistance. It's more like, even if you're not using other blocks, this is using support and resistance to catch your trade. So if you have a previous resistance here, price broke out of it. Now this became a possible support. Price broke it again, became a possible resistance. Price has retested it, formed the double top there. And then now might have price, selling. Same thing, we have an order block also inside the zone, which makes it very good for sales. But how to get sell entries now is what I'm looking at. How to get good sell entries. How to get good sell entries on GBP/USD. Now I'm looking at a lot of buying opportunities on GU, but there's so much liquidity below here to look at buys from this level. Okay, buys from this level. Let me mark the level down. There's so much liquidity going on in this area to still buy again from this level, because there's a very good buy zone here, but then so much liquidity to be looking at buys. Let's go to 30 minutes. Let's see if we get any small area below that hasn't been mitigated just yet, so we can have it down for buys. We'll come back to the sales. Okay, no worries. So for 3 minutes, this 10 minutes, the zones have been mitigated. 7 minutes, let's check 7 minutes. Every zone also has been mitigated. Let's check the 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes, also no area there for buys. Definitely we might find an area that has been mitigated. Okay, that is why we have to switch between time frames just to see what price is doing. Let's come to 2 minutes. 2 minutes now, things begin to get interesting. Things start to get interesting on 2 minutes. So on 2 minutes, we have this zone that hasn't been mitigated just yet. Okay, this level. Let me zoom in so you can all see well. This level here, it hasn't been mitigated, so we can just mark it down. because the whole purpose was to look for an area that has been mitigated below that liquidity so that we can just have it down for possible buys. Let's go back to 15. Let's see how the structure is looking on 15 with the zone we marked. This is perfect, guys. This zone should be perfect. At least we are not buying from this area here. This area below here should be perfect. It's a 2-minute zone. Let me see 1 minute if that zone still makes sense on the 1 minute time frame. Perfect, guys. 1 minute is also perfect. I like this kind of this kind of order blocks for buys. This area here, very good for buys, guys. GU, yes, you can go for a buy from that level. Not bad, not bad. We can go for it. This area here, so I have my first possible buy zone. Now let's go to the sell zone and try and see if we can get possible sells. It's already in our sell zone, but then let's go back and see if we can have possible entries from the sell zone. How many of you took that trade on GU from this area? We've had this area. Those in the VIP, we've had it from was it last Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? Let me check. Actually, from Monday, yes. Those that joined the live analyst on Monday, we had the same sell zone also. How many of you took this trade? How many of you took this GU trade? How many of you took it? You can go back to the community, okay? Check the community. Check the last week Monday's setups. Yeah, massive profit. Nice, Paul. Awesome. Paul said he took it. It's a massive profit. That is great. So for possible buys, we have this area below here. Now for sales. Sales. Let's come to 1 hour. So we still have this area above on the 1 hour time frame. Meaning that I'm still looking at price slightly pushing up again. Okay. We might still have price coming back to this zone. Let's go to the 45 minutes. Now in the 45 minutes time frame, we have an order block inside the zone. So I just have a red line from that order block, which is this level here. Price might still end up coming back into the zone. Might still come back to the zone. Now on the 30 minutes, we still have the same zone. Okay, this order block also inside the zone that we just drew. 15 minutes, let's check 15. Same thing, guys. We still have an order block inside the zone. So I'm hopeful that price might come back into the zone. It might still end up coming back into the zone and then into our buy zone we have below here. This area is a very small zone. I don't think this area will even will be more than 2 pips. The buy zone here, 1.5 pips. So it's good. You can have a stop loss of about maybe 10 to 15 pips for this and you'll be fine. But for sales on GU, I'm looking at price coming back into the zone, possibly from this red line, okay, for us to have a very good trade. So that is it for GU, guys. Let me have the possible sell zone above. Nothing has really changed on GU aside I'm looking at price pushing up again. Pushing up just a little bit again into the zone we have above here. Is it clear, guys, for GU? For the buys and then for the sales. This could happen today. This could happen by today and tomorrow. Is it clear, guys? GU, is GU clear? You were asleep. You had to enter alert. We had an alert, but you are asleep. It's well. You will definitely catch a good trade, okay? Is it clear, guys? Those on YouTube, is it clear? Let me know. Is it clear? YouTube, is it clear? Awesome. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll send you the chat, guys. I'm going to send the chat, the analysis to the community. So go join the Telegram channel. Link in my bio. Just go and join, okay? Let's move on to GBP USD. XAG USD. This is silver. Silver is also resting in a sell zone I marked. It cleared this liquidity. We had this order block above here, and that is where price is currently reacting from. From the tip of the zone, you can see it. So possibly we might start looking for entries on silver, but then let's not conclude yet. Let's go to the daily time frame. Removing drawings, let's start analyzing afresh on the daily time frame. Now for silver, last week, you guys remember we caught silver also from the inception. This daily, let me come to the 4-hour time frame. Let's go back to daily. So silver on the daily time frame is also struggling to break its previous low, unlike gold that has already gone for its low. But then silver is struggling to break this low to give a new lower low in the market. Okay, silver is still resting here. Now silver possibly might be heading to this other block that we have, because if it's pushing up, where might price be heading to this other block we have here. Now for buys on silver, I don't want to conclude on this other block yet because this candle hasn't closed. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame so we can start marking good buy areas from there. 4-hour, I see exactly what I want to see. So you see, we had the resistance point here initially, this area here, this resistance point here, right? And price broke out of this with this heavy candle. Now just below it, you could actually trade a break and retest from this zone. But what I like to look at is what are other confirmations there. So you can wait for a break and retest into the zone and then also buy to the upside. But then just below that zone, we have another block there. So I'm going to use the other block instead of the break and retest zone. So let's mark it down. Let's extend our zone. Settings. Let's just add some zeros to it to extend it. So we have our first buy zone here. Now for the sells, we can fine tune the zone we marked on the daily time frame. Bear in mind, we marked this whole big zone on daily. We can fine tune it to this very small 4-hour zone here. This is a very small zone. And also this zone is also with the daily time frame, but that's going to be for later. That is in case price manages to get there. That's going to be for later. We'll focus on the lower sell zone for now, which is this zone here. Now let's move to the 3-hour time frame. Let's see what market is trying to do. 3-hour, this sell zone is good for me, guys. This sell zone is good. 3-hour, we can fine tune our buy zone also to this other block we have here. This very small other block we have on the 3-hour time frame. Now let's move on to the 2-hour time frame. Let's try fine tuning our zones from there. Now 2-hour, I'm going to reduce the upper level, okay, just to make sure our stop loss is small. The lower level, I'm going to stick to it. Maybe bring it slightly to the inception of the other block, but then I'll tone down the upper level just to make sure I have to have a very small stop loss on this. Now for 2-hour buy zone, yes, we can still fine tune it to this area here. Okay, let's move on to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour other block is perfect, guys. Still the same thing with the 2-hour. Let's check the buys, also perfect. Let's come to 45 minutes and see. 45 minutes, this might hurt us, but I'm not going to fine tune it. The other block on 45 minutes is very small. Let me zoom in so well so you see. If we end up fine tuning this, we might I don't know, I feel like we might be wounded. So let's leave this zone. This is too small. This is too small. So what I would do is I would have this level below here, okay, to possibly know where the 45 minutes other block ended, so I can have some confirmations from there or some fine-tuning my stop loss from there. But then I'm not going to fine-tune the zone to this small other block. It's too small. 3 minutes, the reason I said it's too small is look at the 3 minutes. We have this zone also in the 3 minutes. So instead of focusing on this, price might still end up coming to this 3-minute zone, the 30-minute zone, and then take us out. So let's just focus on this full zone, okay? Let's focus on the fuller zone we see there. Let's come to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Still not going to fine-tune the zone, guys. That zone on silver, I don't want to fine-tune it. But then 10 minutes might actually make me change my mind because there's a very good one here. These candles and that other block. So let's fine-tune it to this other block. I hesitated that zone, but then 10 minutes just gave me a very good confirmation from there. So we would stick to that small zone, that other block there, because that other block gave that big move to the upside. This heavy move, guys. This happened on, was it Thursday? We took gold buys for this move, but we didn't take for silver. Was it Thursday when, Trump said he was going to bomb Iran, and eventually they had, it was messy on that Thursday. It was a Thursday, if I remember. I think it was a Thursday. And then we had this big push up. Now, price might end up coming back to the same candle or the same other block that caused this push up. Might have a similar reaction. So let's have that area down. For 5 minutes, it's a perfect zone. Still perfect, guys. You can see 5 minutes other block. 3 minutes, still perfect, guys. I'm not going to go down any lower with this zone. 3 minutes is perfect. From the top to the bottom, it meets perfectly. Let's go back to 30 minutes and see how our setup is looking now. Guys, this zone on silver is the tiniest buy zone I've ever seen in my life. But it makes a lot of sense. It's a very small zone. Very small zone, guys. Very small. Now for sales on silver, I'll still wait for this zone here. But let's focus on that upper zone now. Let's come to 15 minutes to see if we can get some fine-tuning for our sell zone, this sell zone on silver. So the first thing I can see is we can fine-tune the zone to this 15 minutes order block, the upper wick here, right? The upper shadow. So we can just bring it, instead of this area here, we can bring it to this level here. Let's go to the 10 minutes and see how that zone is looking. For 10 minutes, still good on the 10 minutes. Let's check 7 minutes. I'm just trying to look for proper levels that will show, yes, 7 minutes is perfect, guys. The 7-minute zone is perfect. That is what I was looking for. Something like that candle, that other block there. That is what I was looking for on 7 minutes. Let's check 5 minutes for the same zone. Let's zoom in. 5 minutes. Now 5 minutes is interesting because inside the zone we have this very small zone here. So I just have my red line at the 50% level, right? Inside this gun box, the 50%. 3 minutes for the sell zone. Let's see if we get the data for that. 3 minutes is perfect, guys. The red line also meets with this bearish candle correctly. 2 minutes. Let's see. I think I'll just stay on the 2 minutes. I'm not going to go on the 1 minute. Let's see. 2 minutes. Well, we have the 2-minute zone here. So guys, I'm not going to fine tune it any longer. We will stick to the 3 minutes and the ones we got above. Okay, so let's check 30 minutes now to see how our setup looks like. So this setup looks good. Guys. We might end up coming here by close of week, or maybe today, or we might end up coming to this buy zone. We can never tell. But then let's see what market has for us. Let's have our possible sell zone above here. I hope there's this noise in the estate. I hope it's not distracting you guys. They are doing some construction work around. Is it coming into the live, guys? Is it coming into the live? I think they are drilling something. Okay. So that's the possible buy zone. It's a very small zone. But I believe price, when it gets there, will give us some good reaction. So this is okay, guys. This is my zone for silver. This is my setup for silver for today. I'm going to share this to the community. This is a setup for silver. I know we would want to get trades from here, but unfortunately I couldn't find any entry, like for buys or for whatever going on in this area. Maybe if we break above this zone, okay, might have to focus on this other block. That is, if we end up breaking this zone here, the high has created, okay, this level. If price ends up breaking it, then you can focus on this other block for buys. Okay. So bear in mind, you can focus on this 15 minutes other block for buys if we get a breakout of the zone, because that's the only zone that has been mitigated in this whole structure. So you can have this zone down for possible buys once there's a closure above the high that we have created. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? That is not like a strong area, but if we have a good closure of the 15 minutes above this zone, yes, this other block might hold. Is that clear, guys? Is it clear? Let me know in the comments. Is it clear? Is it clear? Awesome. So I'm going to indicate it once I send the charts. Only if we have a closure above this zone, then we can focus on this other block and buy to the upside. If not, then we don't have a trade, guys. Awesome. Let me check on YouTube. YouTube, is it clear, guys? You can't hear anything. I don't know. It's clear. Awesome. Okay. Now let's do BTC. Gold will be the last. BTC is still in my zone. So on Saturday, I sent a setup for BTC, right? This area was supposed to be a short retracement. This level here. So I indicated possible scalp, okay, on BTC from the zone. Those that joined follow the setup on Saturday. This was a possible scalp sell retracement. Price tapped the zone eventually. When I sent the price was somewhere here. when I sent this setup. Price ended up getting into the zone. We ended up having some 500 points from the zone. I think either 400 or 500 points from the zone, and then we had that push up. So that was the retracement I was looking at, for price to just retrace briefly with this kind of move, okay, from the zone before we head over to the next zone that we have. So let's just play ahead. Let me just close this. Where is it? So this was the reaction on BTC, just trying to play ahead so you get to. Okay, so now BTC is in the sell zone I sent, right? I sent the sell zone on Saturday also. Price is still playing just around the zone, nothing really clear yet. This is the structure now. Now if you look at this, price is failing to create new highs, okay? We have some form of double top that has formed inside the zone also from this level. But let's not conclude yet. We will come back after we are done with the daily time frame. Let's remove the drawings and then start from daily time frame. For BTC, let's remove the drawings, guys. Now on daily time frame, let's see what BTC is trying to do. So last week we also caught BTC, I think from the bottom, but then price broke it slightly before pushing up. On the daily time frame, we can see that every other block here has been filled perfectly. Now price is heading to this level here. We'll look for possible entries from that area. This zone might be good for some buys, but because this daily candle hasn't closed yet, we can't conclude on that for buys. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now for 4-hour time frame, we can have this area here for buys. It's good. We can have that area for buys, that other block. That actually started the whole bullish move to the upside. So we can have that area down for buys on BTC. Now for sells, this sell zone that we marked, we had another sell zone above here, okay, which is this level here. So we might have price coming into this zone, and we'll start fine-tuning that zone on the lower time frame. So let's just extend this zone. We have our new zone. You see how sometimes your bias can change on the market. I mean, you see something, but then once you start analyzing afresh, everything changes. Sometimes it's good to, when you have a setup from the previous day, that is what I always do. If I have a setup from maybe for gold for yesterday, I come back to the chart, I don't use the same zone. I analyze afresh. Unless my setup brings me back to the same areas, then that is fine. But then things change on the chart. Once you go back and then analyze afresh, your eyes are open to new things. You tend to see new structures. You tend to see new zones to look out for. So always, every day, just do a new analysis for your setups, okay? Don't use the old. Like you have a zone from Monday, it's still the same zone that you are waiting for. Analyze fresh every day because structure changes. You see new things every time. I had a sell zone here, but then my analysis today didn't bring me to this sell zone. I don't know why. It didn't bring me back to this sell zone. It gave me this sell zone today. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on. Now let's check the 3-hour time frame for our sell zone. So our sell zone on the 3-hour. Okay, so let's come back to the 2-hour. Still good on the 2-hour time frame. Mommy. Come here, go. Go, okay? I'm in the meeting, okay? Hurry. Okay, sit here, sit down, sit. Okay, guys, I have my son with me. They are on midterms today, so it's going to be a struggle here. It's going to be a struggle here. So, guys, yeah, let's just continue. Let's continue. Sit, okay? Okay? Sit here. When I'm done, I'll carry you, okay? I was hoping they wouldn't wake up early, but he just jumped into the live. I'll finish soon, okay? Okay, so we have our sell zone here. With the buy zone, I don't want to fine-tune it. I'll be looking at this level. This level we have here. For the sells, let's see if we can fine-tune it any lower. We can bring it to this other block here. So the 1-hour other block actually ends here. And someone said you're welcome. Kwame, I'm coming, okay? Let me finish. So with the 1-hour other block, I fine-tuned it to this level here. Initially it was this other block. It was this, huge zone. Where is it? This huge zone. But then I fine-tuned it to this level here. Let's check the buy zone for on the 1 hour. So buy zone 1 hour is also good, guys. Let's check 45 minutes. 45 minutes, I'm still going to stick to the same buy zone, but let's check the sales. It's going to be a struggle here, guys. So for the sales, yes, this is also good. Same 45 minutes, missing the 1 hour zone. Let's check 30 minutes. 30 minutes, we can bring our zone above, but guys, that'll be we taking the zone too far. So I just have this line here just in case price decides to come back to that level inside the zone. Let's go to 15 minutes. We need to fine tune the zone we have. So on the 15 minutes time frame, we can bring our zone smaller. I like this 15-minute zone, just to reduce it smaller. And then I'm going to reduce the initial zone from the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to bring it to this level here. Okay, so now I wouldn't need the red line now because I'm using the 15 minutes zone. Let's come to the 10 minutes. So 10 minutes. 10-minute zone is also perfect, guys. The 10-minute sell zone is perfect. So now I think I have my parameters down. Let me just go to 7 minutes just to see whatever is happening in that level also. So 7 minutes, we can bring the upper zone slightly, but I'm not going to reduce the lower zone because that's the inception of my 15 minutes order block, so I'm going to stick to that. But I've reduced the upper zone just to make sure that it's all clear. 5 minutes. Let's see, guys. Sometimes lots of fine-tuning ends up not even triggering you into the trade, ends up leaving you. But sometimes it helps you manage your stop loss. That is why I like to fine-tune my zones, just so I'm safe when it comes to the risk I'm taking on that trade. Now 5 minutes. 5 minutes, it's also okay, guys. It's also okay. Let's go back to 1 hour to see how our setup looks like. So 1 hour, perfect, guys, perfect. 1 hour, bear in mind I'm looking at this red line here, okay? So we have our first possible sell zone here. So possible sell zone, come here, sit, okay? Possible sell zone. Let me make it smaller. Then we have our buy zone below. Guys, forgive me for any distractions, okay? If you're distracted, don't worry. I'll send a setup to you guys so you have everything. So we have our buy zone here, and then we have the sell zone here. This is okay for BTC. How do I find my zones? That's exactly what I'm doing with you guys. That is how I find my zone. That is what I'm doing. Okay, that is what I'm doing with you guys. Someone's asking, how do I find my zones? I don't know the best answer to give. That is really what I'm doing with you guys. I'm analyzing. I have not done all of this analysis. I'm doing everything live with you guys. I've not done it yesterday or in the morning and I'm analyzing with you. No. I'm doing my analysis for today, afresh with you guys. So that is how I actually get my zones. Let's check. This is BTC. Is BTC okay, guys? Is BTC okay? Is it clear? I'm hoping we get to the sell zone rather. The sell zone looks good for me. Are the zones FVG and other blocks? I don't use FVG, but yes, I'm using other blocks and some other confluences also. It's clear. Awesome. Okay, now let's move to gold, guys. Let's move to gold. I know that is what most of you are actually here for. Let's move to gold, and let me use FXCM on gold. Let me use FXCM. So let's do gold. That'll be our last pair for today. So let's start from the daily time frame. Now gold, finally, guys, I never ever believed that gold would end up coming to break this low. That would have been like, if someone had told me, I would have said, nah, gold will end up pushing up. But that is it, guys. Eventually we had gold breaking this low. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. The day I saw it, I was like, wow. So gold ended up breaking the low and completing the structure for us.
Mommy,
yeah.
the eye is working.
Yes. I'll finish soon, okay?
The eye is working.
Yes, it's broken. I'm coming, okay? So guys,
What if break it?
Guys, so we have gold giving us that bearish structure. We have this lower high point here. We have a lower low. We have a lower high point here. We have a lower low. Price pull to form a lower high, and now we have a lower low, completing the structure for gold. This is what everyone has been expecting. Now, as we form this lower low, possibly we might end up forming a lower high again. That is, if the structure is going to continue bearish, right? Now, if it's going to form a lower high, where should we be looking at? Now, if you check all of this gold structure, okay, there's a level here. I mean, obviously, price will not get there today, but we never know for gold. Kwame, please stop, okay? Please stop. So when we look at gold, we have this other block here. This level that price failed to mitigate. There's a fair zone that just in case market is going to buy, you might have market where market to buy from. Now we also have another zone here, which now price is currently heading. We have liquidity resting above this area. And then now we have price getting into this zone. Now this area will be a very good trade because look at all of this liquidity on the daily time frame, and then this other block, that area will be very good. But then for this area, there's not really much confirmation there unless we go to the lower time frame. Stop it. So let's have this possible sell zone.
Mommy, are you my friend?
Yes, you're my friend.
Mommy.
Possible sell zone. Then we have a possible sell zone here also. Now for buys, we can't conclude on buys just yet. We can't conclude on buys because we don't have any buy area. Let's go to 4R. Let's see if we can fine tune this sell zone. So for sell in this zone, this area has been mitigated. We have this other block here also. Guys, I don't know why schools bring me seriously. Yes, Kwame. Yes, it's mine. It's mine. Okay, I'll be done shortly. And we have this zone. Yeah, Kwame didn't go to school. Kwame is on May 10. Friday, Monday. They are going back tomorrow. They're on May 10. Their school is having an anniversary, so they're on May 10. Now for the sell zone, there's no conclusion on the sell zone because we have this other block here that seems to have been tapped. Nothing yet. Let's go to 3R. 3R is not also looking clear for me. Not looking clear. But then 3R, we can fine tune this sell zone we are looking at. For the time being, let's make this bigger. For buys on 3R, well, we might have this zone here waiting comfortably for us. But we just cannot tell if price will end up, getting anytime soon. This whole move, let's see how many pips before price gets back into the zone. Let's see.
Mommy, I
want to skate. It's too early, okay? This is 1,200 pips.
Mommy, I like to skate.
When I'm done, okay? When I'm done. This is 1,200 pips. And then we have this sell zone here. This is going to be a tricky one. Come here, sit, okay? Sit. This is going to be a tricky one, guys. This is going to be a tricky one. But let's go to 2-hour time frame. We have this tweezer form. We have this liquidity here. Actually, we caught gold also from here. Those that joined the live last week. From this level, price tapped there immediately. And then we had a massive drop. For Monday, I don't know those that remember, we caught this trade. We had this setup down. We drew this liquidity. And then price tapped it. I think it was on Tuesday with the VIP, yes. I shared it to the community. Price tapped into that liquidity area. And then we had that massive drop. Now price is getting back into the zone. We have this other block on the 2-hour time frame. This area here, I'm still figuring out what to do with this area here because my zone seems far off. My zone seems far off today. Now for 1 hour, let's see, guys. Still no setup in this area yet. 45 minutes. The sell zone here makes sense. The buy zone also makes sense on 45 minutes. The zone is too small, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. But then I can't conclude, guys. There's no area here for buys. Maybe this zone. But unless we have a good closure above the resistance point that we have. So we have this zone here. If we have price closing above this resistance, just like we had on, was it silver? Yes. We have price closing above this resistance point here. We are left with about 18 minutes for this candle to close. Once the closure is very good, a strong closure above it, then yes, we can focus on this other block for buys on gold. But if price is still playing there, we don't have any trade. We don't have any trade with that other block. Let's check 15 minutes. 15 has closed above it. That's going to be a tricky one because 15 also left another block inside the zone it broke out of. That is crazy.
Get.
That is crazy.
Mommy, I don't get.
Let's fine tune to this other block here.
Get. Mommy, I don't get.
Let's come to 10 minutes.
Mommy, I don't get.
10 minutes, let's see. 10 minutes. Guys, for gold is not. Mommy, let me finish. Okay, go. Go to your boo. Daddy will do it for you. Go to daddy. Hurry up. Go to daddy. Run and go to daddy. Daddy's waiting for you. Run. Okay. Yeah, he wants to skate. He likes to skate a lot. He just woke up, but he wants to skate. It's crazy. So yeah, for gold, this area I don't have any clear confirmation there just yet. Nothing clear on gold. I'm worried about gold because that is what I'm looking at trading. So if I'm not getting a setup on gold today, it's going to. Gold is not looking clear for me, guys. Gold is not looking clear. Gold is not looking clear just yet. Gold is not looking clear. I still want this zone below here, but 50 minutes is what is making things unstable now. Because we have a closure above the zone, we might end up having price come back to that other block it left in the zone. Let me do this puzzle on TikTok. They just asked me to do a puzzle. Okay, it's done. So guys, for gold, I'm still going to wait for this zone, guys. I'm still going to wait for the zone. I'm not going to focus on this 15 minutes zone we have here. Might have some reaction, but I still want to wait for that zone we marked from 45 minutes. Okay, let's check the 7 minutes. Same zone. Let's check 5 minutes. Let's check the 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Guys, for gold, I'm going to update us on gold. Okay, I know that is what most of you are here for, but I'm going to update us on gold. I'm going to update us on gold in the community. The sales perfect, but for now I can't conclude with for any trade here. I mean, for day trading I can't conclude on any trade just here for sales or buys. Nothing is really clear there yet. So I'll update gold in the community. Okay, I'll update gold. Just give me about 2 hours time. Let me monitor the reaction of price, then we can have a trade coming in on gold. For now, nothing on gold. Nothing on gold, guys. And it won't be wise to force a setup. I always tell you guys, if the setup is not giving you any form of structure for you to go in, just stay out. I'm not seeing anything on gold. It's the pair I trade mostly, but then I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to give myself about 2 hours or an hour to monitor what price is going to do. Then I'll conclude on it and then send the zone to the community. But for the meantime, I think this zone here is good. I'm just going to conclude on that in about an hour. Okay, I'm going to conclude on this in about an hour. Just give me some time to conclude on gold. But the sell zone, yes, is good. Just this area, I don't know what to do with this area, so let's wait, guys. Just do what to join the community, the Telegram channel. Once I update my setup on gold, I'm going to share it to you guys in the channel. I should analyze NAS 100. We analyzed NAS 100 last week in the VIP. I don't know if I removed my drawings. Oh, I removed it, but we had a very good trade on NAS 100. We had a very good trade from there. Let's check GBP JPY because someone asked me to analyze that last week. Price is still playing in between the range we marked, so nothing really on GJ yet. But yeah, guys, for gold, give me some time. Okay, give me some time on gold. We have this sell zone here, we have this sell zone, which are all good. But then for this area here, I mean for day trading, give me a while to monitor the structure of the market, and then we'll come back. We'll come back to it. Okay, is it clear, guys? Is it clear for gold? I mean, obviously I'm going to share it, I'm going to update it. Awesome. GU, let's check GU. Someone said GU. Yes, we've analyzed GU already. GU is already selling from the zone we marked from last week. It's selling from that zone. That is GU. Can you see GU? GU is already selling nicely from that zone. So guys, basically that'll be it, guys. I'll go live very soon for us to live trade gold, but I'll need to monitor gold for a while. Okay, I'll need to monitor gold for a while before we conclude on what to do with that pair today. I'll need to conclude on gold. Now, if it's your first time here, do well to join the Telegram channel because that is where I update everything trading, my setups, my zones, signals, everything. If you use Xness, if you have an active Xness account, you can join the VIP for free. Just head over to the link in my bio or just send a WhatsApp to the number on the screen. Send a WhatsApp, just say join Xness VIP and I'll give you the instructions on how to join. You can also do it by yourself when you go to the community, check the pinned message in the channel and then follow the instructions there to join. Is that okay? I'll be going live in about an hour or two for us to live trade gold and hopefully we make some Benjamins today, guys. Hopefully. Am I ending the live? Yes, for the live analysis, but I'll come back to live trade. For the live analysis, yes. It's 1 hour. We've already done 1 hour. How is my health? I'm better now. Better now than last week. I'm better now. Thanks for asking. So yeah, guys, go watch join the Telegram channel. Can I share the chat? Yes. Go to the Telegram channel. I'm going to share the setups we've analyzed today to the channel so that you can get access to all of them. Is that fine? Okay, guys. I'll see you shortly. I'll see you guys shortly. Take care and bye. Now, if you want to join the mentorship, yes, the mentorship is starting on 18th of July. The discount ends this Saturday. So if you want to get in, make sure you get into the mentorship before the discount ends, okay? Make sure you get in. It ends this Saturday, 20th June. After 20th June, you'd have to enroll with a normal fee. So just do well to join and, yeah. Send a WhatsApp, just say join mentorship, and then we'll take you from there. Please come back. I'm going to come back to live trade. Today, I'm going to be live trading with you. My kids are home today, but all this time, I'm going to live trade. I'm going to be live trading. Okay, guys, I'll see you shortly. Take care and see you in the community. Bye.